Because the market is so large, there are still, in the United States alone, maybe 200 million more cars on the road that need to be replaced with electric vehicles. However, nobody wishes to wager against Tesla at this time. The chart is fascinating to me. According to my amateur technical analysis, we have seen an uptrend off the lows and a decline off the highs over the past 3 years. Ross, it appears that we may have up to a month before this thing collapses or breaks up. Which way do you anticipate things going? I believe I may already know the solution. I won't, however, predict the direction in which Tesla stock will move. We all deal with valuations, so even if I wish I knew for sure, Tesla is still among the most highly valued stocks on the market when considering its forward PE ratio. With the Cybertruck debut and today's excellent Wall Street Journal article detailing how the megapacks have effectively stabilized the electrical system this summer and prevented blackouts in Texas and California, Tesla has a lot going for it. Tesla's energy battery technologies, which are simply revolutionary for our energy system, are being invested in by all the utilities. Thus, I believe Tesla is a fantastic investment in the long run. What if the value of a single Tesla share was $22,000 today? If you were an investor in Tesla, how much would your portfolio be worth? Give that some thought for a moment. Although we are aware that this is a somewhat lofty pricing goal, the fact that it is conceivable and might occur in as little as 7 years makes it all the more intriguing. True, but pretty speculative. How then will the price of Tesla stock become so enticing? We are about to address the million-dollar question. So follow along with us as we embark on this financial journey. We'll do it together. With shares skyrocketing to about $280 apiece in 2023, Tesla is experiencing quite the roller coaster. Think about that. For Tesla investors, this is a wonderful year, and they are undoubtedly beaming with pride. So why is Tesla so popular at the moment? The company's varied business strategy is one of the causes. Tesla is involved in a number of industries besides automobile manufacturing, such as energy solutions, artificial intelligence, and autonomous driving. Certain analysts advise Tesla investors to examine each of these categories separately in order to gain a better understanding of Tesla's true worth. This is when things start to get fascinating and maybe speculative. For the sake of this movie, the rumor mill is churning out two crazy scenarios regarding the price of Tesla's stock in 2030. In the pessimistic scenario, it may hit the goal price of $2,500 per share, while in the bullish scenario, it could reach an incredible $22,000 per share. Yes, you heard correctly. So have a seat as we examine these two price targets and the means by which Tesla can get them. Now, let's get going. Numerous factors could impact the price of Tesla's shares in the future. First, there's the whole autonomous driving regulatory dance, followed by the major product debuts, such as the eagerly awaited Cybertruck. Not to be overlooked is Tesla's charging network, which will serve as a major lifeline for the electric conglomerate. These elements all have the power to make or break Tesla's stock and impact how much money investors will get back from their Tesla investment. Welcome back to Tesla Tomorrow, everyone. Now, before we get too involved in this Tesla stock adventure, consider this wise counsel. What a crazy story Tesla stock is. It's a wild trip with lots of twists and turns. It's thrilling. Thus, if you're considering getting in on the action, remember to stay focused on the road, conduct your own research, and get comfortable for the ride. Determine your level of risk tolerance, and above all, base your judgments on your assessment of Tesla's future prospects. Having said that, let's go on to the more interesting portion of the video. Before we begin though, please be sure to subscribe, hit the like button, and enable post alerts if you enjoy this kind of content so you can stay informed about all that Tesla is up to date on. Suppose under our pessimistic scenario that the price of Tesla shares only reaches $2,500 by 2030. Tesla barely meets 50% of its yearly goal to sell 20 million electric vehicles by 2030 in order to do this. Additionally, Tesla launches the robotaxi on a limited basis, keeps enhancing its energy business, and perhaps more businesses use its supercharging network. However, if you plan to keep onto your Tesla shares for a long time, this is something you should be aware of in regards to the bullish aim. We estimate that Tesla's share price will reach $22,000 in this scenario. Although this goal can sound quite ambitious, there are several possible triggers that could lead to it. For Tesla to reach this worth, it would need to develop its energy business, license FSD, establish a sizable fleet of robotaxis, and offer the Tesla bot to businesses all over the world. It is likely that these robots will be utilized in companies and residences. Let's say you currently possess 100 Tesla shares. In a weak market, these shares might be valued at $250,000, but if Tesla performs extraordinarily well by 2030, they might be worth up to $2.2 million. We've added one additional Tesla price target, which we refer to as the base case scenario for a more attainable future. In such a case, we estimate that the price of Tesla's stock may reach $8,800 by 2030, which implies that in 7 years, 100 Tesla shares would be valued at roughly $880,000. In this scenario, Tesla does, in fact, meet its goal of 20 million vehicles, albeit after the fact, most likely in 2031 or 2032. Thus, Tesla is expected to be approaching that goal by 2030 and will likely begin selling its Cybertruck at that point. The introduction of a less expensive model by Tesla and the adoption of its charging network by more businesses are further drivers behind this price goal. There will also be a useful version of the Tesla bot, presumably limited to working in Tesla plants and performing dangerous and labor-intensive jobs. We think that the elements that these three possibilities highlight can help Tesla's prospects and entice additional investors to buy the company. It is challenging to predict with any degree of accuracy how Tesla's stock price will move in the upcoming months, let alone years, as the last several years have demonstrated. Therefore, we can clearly see where the stock will be in 2030 by applying predictions of revenue and earnings. Only by taking into account every one of Tesla's business divisions will this be possible. For example, Tesla has been quickly growing its network of superchargers by introducing a new kind of supercharger known as Magic Dock. Magic Dock superchargers may simultaneously charge up to 4 automobiles and are intended for installation in parking garages and high-traffic areas. Additionally, compared to standard ones, these superchargers are less expensive and simpler to install, which will enable Tesla to expand its infrastructure for charging and improve customer convenience. Consider the potential revenue stream for Tesla in the future if it can successfully offer supercharging services to all of its customers, as well as those of other EV manufacturers. Tesla vehicles are already topping sales charts in a number of markets. For example, the Tesla Model Y is starting to sell well in Australia and Iceland, and Tesla's goal is still to make the Model Y the best-selling car globally across all vehicle categories. Comparably, first-time EV customers have come to favor the Model Y and Model 3, which may help to explain why the Tesla brand has gained such traction in a number of nations, particularly those where electric vehicle adoption is still in its infancy. Like every other Tesla bull out there, we think that as long as Tesla keeps growing and cutting expenses, investors can bet their bottom line that demand for their vehicles will only continue to climb and more money will be made. It's endless, much like a roller coaster ride. How much is your Tesla worth? Tell us in the comments below. Go ahead and click on the following video to see more about what Tesla has been up to in recent days. I'll see you over there.